This is Mark with Slower Lower RC, and today I'm just going to do a quick video on the Proline Badlands MX28 non-belted tires. These are like super popular. Everybody wants them. That's why I got them, because everybody was saying how awesome they are, which they are, but I had major issues after I put these on, and it took me forever to figure out what was causing it. I started jumping it a little bit harder. I was thinking maybe I was running the truck a little bit too hard. That's why I was breaking stuff, which had something to do with it. But the main culprit was these tires and that big aggressive tread. It's not really the size of the tire. It is heavier, but it's this tread is so aggressive. Some of the damages that I had. First, I burned up a servo. It was just hard on that stock servo. It might have something to do with my jumping and driving ability, but decent driver. The extra weight busted my shocks. I had to change the shocks to the Proline shocks, which are awesome. Got a little bit of leaking, but still awesome. I guess the extra weight was too much for the stock shocks. Replaced a servo saver, also was messed up. I put a Hot Racing servo saver on. Went through 5 spur gears. 4 of them there. There was 5. An input gear in the rear. Burnt this ring gear, which is basically the diff housing. And I messed up a drive shaft, which I haven't changed yet. But those are the damages that were incurred because of these tires. And the motor would always run hot. I couldn't even get through a whole pack, even with that huge fan on there. So basically, if you're going to get these tires and you're going to put them on here, these are just things that you should know. The smartest thing to do is, if you're going to run these, is have a weak point early in the drivetrain, like right out of the motor. Keep running your plastic spur gear. I mean, these things aren't that much. They're like $5-6. They're easy to change, and this will break on you first. But I did get a ring gear, which is farther down the line, and I got a drive shaft, which is even farther down the line. So eventually you're going to wear out your other parts as well. So just be prepared for that. And I even replaced a lot of stuff on here, and I quit jumping it. Still burned up spur gears. So if you're going to drive this thing with these tires on it, you're going to have damages. Now, if you want to run these and you're just set on running them and you want to make this thing bulletproof, you know, you're going to have to upgrade your motor for the extra weight and the extra grip. Your spur gear, you're going to have to upgrade. Your input gear, you're going to have to upgrade. Your differential casing, your diff yoke casing, all this metal, your ring gear for your differential. And that's times 2, because you got a front and a back. Steel drive shafts, front and back. Now they make a center drive shaft that's steel. I put the brace on here just to help with flexing. And, you know, if you're going to do all that, you might as well put the M2C motor brace on. You know, you're going to have to upgrade your servo. So I did some quick math adding up all this stuff, and to get this thing like bulletproof, you're going to spend about $650-700 to make it bulletproof. And actually a little bit more than that if you count the shocks and then the cost of actually buying the tires. You're going to have a lot of money. You're going to have close to $1,000 in this truck to make it bulletproof. And right out of the box, if you just kind of leave these things alone, they're pretty tough. If you leave the tires alone, leave it just like this, you're going to have minimal damages. Your shocks are probably need to be upgraded, but you could always go with like the 6S Arma shocks are good too. They're fine. You don't have to spend 70 bucks a pair on these. But I would just leave it stock. You know, maybe put the brace on if you're going to do some jumping. That's good. But you want it light. You start adding all that metal, you're getting weight, and the weakest thing down the link is going to start breaking on you, and which is going to be everything. You're going to have a grand tied up into this truck by the time you're done, because once you start replacing the metal, you have to keep going, or the next thing down the drive line is going to break. So just letting you guys know, if you want to run these tires, you're going to have damages. They're awesome tires. I mean, as far as what you gain, they're only like, I think 12 millimeters wider, about the same, maybe 1 millimeter taller or 2 millimeters taller. The difference is these have a smaller wheel and you get more meat right here, and these tires are tougher. They're thicker rubber. I mean, these tires are really thin, soft rubber, which they're still fine, but the bigger ones, I mean, they absorb the jumps. I mean, these are great tires. They're awesome. Tons of grip. I mean, they just cause damage. That's why I took mine off. Ever since I've ran at least 5-6 battery packs, full tilt, haven't broke nothing since I took these tires off. So, just to let you guys know, that's what I found out. I thought I'd pass on the information. If you're ready to spend some money on these tires, get ready for some damages, because it's gonna happen. So, alright guys, hope this helps somebody make a decision. Thanks for watching.